Hey guys, this is Jesper from YACSS. In this video I'm going to show you the latest addition to YACSS, the Topical Map Builder. To access this is over in the left menu, click on Topical Map. You can see the list of all the topical maps you have built in your account. And there's no limits to how many topical maps you can build. So the way that you build a topical map is you click Add New Map. And I'm going to go through all of the fields one by one. The AI platform is either OpenAI or OpenRouter. If you select OpenRouter, you can select one of these models. The reason this might be interesting for you is that depending on what AI model you are using, you will get different topics because the large language models are trained on different materials. I'm just used to using GPT 4.0, which I think is my default model, but yeah, it's up to you. Select your clients and the target keyword. So let's actually use link building training as an example. The definition of the keywords is describe exactly what you mean by this keyword so we don't misinterpret it. Link building training means an SEO course that is teaching how to build backlinks for search engine optimization. Copy, paste, and link building training in this field. I recommend that you use 10 seconds to determine what the keyword is because the topics produced will be of higher quality if you take the time. The reason this is necessary is because we want to spell out as much as possible for the large language models what we are talking about. For example, if your keyword is something to do with Apple, you have to explain to the large language model it is not Apple computer, it's Apple the fruit. Or it is Apple the fruit, it's not Apple the computer company. I think you know what I mean. So when it comes to the audience, in my case, the audience is SEO experts, of course. But it's actually a little bit deeper. It's people that are looking for link building training or link building courses. They will be SEO experts, but they can also be local business owners or local owners that want to learn how to boost their Google rankings by building backlinks to their websites. So this is a very specific audience. If you're doing something like home construction, it could be, if you're looking for a roofer in Chicago, it could be a homeowner with holes in their roofs that they want to, I don't know, that could be the audience. So I think that you understand that you do need to be specific when you are defining your audience, same way that you do need to be specific when you are defining your keyword. Negative keywords is the next field. Negative keywords are words or phrases that you want the generator to avoid, so topics do not drift off scope. The reason for this is because in my example, I do have training here. I could write something like physical training because it does say link building training. I could see a topic about physical training or physical exercise. I don't want that, so I just said physical training. This is comma separated, so I could say physical. I'm not sure if it's with a C or S. Next is the tier depth. Tier depth is how many tiers do you want? Do you want 2 tiers? Or 3 tiers. Tier 1 is how many topics are we generating just below the keyword. We have the keyword and then tier 1, the topics just below the keywords. I'll set it to 5. Tier depth, how many hops you want. If I say 2 here and then 5, then we have the keyword, the target keyword, and that's the target keyword. Then tier 1, we have 5 topics. And then tier 2 will be 5 blog posts for each topic. So 5 times 5, that's 25 blog titles in all. If I say tier 1 of 20, I will get 100 blog titles because 20 times 5. We produce 5 blog titles per topic. If I go out to 3 tiers, I will produce a total of 1,000 blog titles. So that's just a thing to know, that if you do select 20 and you select 3 tiers out, you will produce a lot of blog titles. It will also take, depending on how much stress there is on the server and depending on various factors, it will take somewhere between 5 to 10 minutes for it to complete. When it comes to the target URL, we have two input options. We have the auto and then we have the manual. The reason that we have manual input is because when we are entering the target URL, let me just copy my own because this is my target URL here. Good. So this will be my target. What the system will do is visit this web page, scrape the content, and try to understand what topics this web page is about and what topics can be supported for this page. For many websites, if you're using Cloudflare in your website, we will have difficulty scraping your content, or we cannot scrape your content. If you are using Cloudflare, then you need to insert your H1, H2, meta title, meta description, and content. I know this is cumbersome, but how the system works, because we need to be sure we understand what it is that you are doing. So the upside of using a topical map builder like this is that compare it to visiting ChatGPT. You can go to ChatGPT, you can insert your target keyword, and you can ask ChatGPT, give me 20 blog titles related to this target keyword. It will produce 20 blog titles, but I can also assure you that many of the titles will be generic and won't have a topical depth. You won't be expanding the topical universe, so to speak. We insert this target URL, we will scrape the content and produce very good topics. So now it's done, and I can click view here. I can see a target keyword, a definition, audience, and so on. I can actually also see the H1, H2. Let me click view here. This is the topical map that I built for this keyword. I can click on backlink building courses, and then I have these suggested blog titles. The topics that we built are backlink building courses, backlink strategies, cloud stacking for SEO, cloud stacking techniques, Google properties for SEO, and so on. What's interesting about these topics, many are specific to this landing page. I have a course in cloud stacking SEO, a course in Tumblr and Twitter Moments. We managed to capture that because I entered the URL. So you can click on this button here, and then you can scroll down, and you can see that we captured the H1, all of the H2s, the meta title, the meta description, and the content is captured here. So we built our own small algorithm, our own Google bots, where we scrape all of this information and build an algorithm to understand what are the core topics, what's the core information that's captured in this website. So that's the algorithm that we built for this topical map builder. You can also click on this data to see the definition of the keywords I entered. I can also see the summary produced by the system prompts. This is the summary of the target URL. The target audience I entered, the avoid list, and the capability areas we identified. So these are some overarching topics that we identified that this web page covers. So you can download a PNG of this topical map here. This is what it looks like. Or download the CSV file. Let me actually show you how this works. This is what it looks like when you're opening a CSV file in Excel. It's in data. Let me just see here. Data. Yeah, here it is. Data from text CSV. This is how it's done. And then file. And this is the file. Import. So in order to open a CSV file in Excel, you do need to do this. And it's a little bit cumbersome. I didn't invent Microsoft Excel. That's just how Excel works. But you can see here, link building training is the keyword, topic, backlink building courses, and subtopics, or in this case, blog titles. If you are using WordPress, Webflow, CMS, SimWriter, no matter what you're using, you can grab this and then give it to your system, whatever, and then produce all of these blog titles. I will be expanding on this because I am planning to add more input URLs. I'm also planning to add article briefs, an article brief for metrics for how to leverage Twitter for improved SEO results. An article brief for this would be the article title is How to Leverage Twitter for Improved SEO. The topic is backlink building courses, and the target keyword will be link building training. But since we also added the audience and the definition of the keyword, you can build a very good article brief. I will be adding this in the upcoming upgrades to the topical map builder. So you can, of course, delete your topical maps. And if you want to make a new topical map for this URL and for this keyword, you can click clone, and then it retains all of your input. Because sometimes you do want to actually create a new topical map for the same. You might have a different route, a different tier, or something like that.